it's me again, and as you can see, I just got out of the shower. And well, today what I plan on doing, or what I plan on showing you guys, is my morning skincare routine. I'm just gonna dry my hair and then I'll see you in a couple of minutes and we'll start the whole skincare routine. Alright guys, so I already dried my hair. I'm gonna show you what you're gonna need. So you're gonna need an oil-based cleanser. This is the Purence Citrus Essence Deep Cleaning Oil, and you're also going to need a water-based cleanser. So this is the low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser. So before we start, I'm gonna apologize. It's echoey in here. I'm in the bathroom, and you're also going to need this, a towel. So I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna show you guys how what's my morning skincare routine. Just gonna get 2 pumps of my Purence Citrus Oil. 2 pumps is enough, especially if you don't put makeup in the morning, obviously. But I do around 4 pumps, or I do this twice at night when I have makeup. Just watch out for my night routine. I just put the oil everywhere, basically. I rub it in. And once I feel like the oil has sunk in my skin, that's the time I add a little bit of water. I add a little bit of water to lather it to form a milky substance. Alright, I think this is enough. To put a little bit of water in one hand and I just lather it. Don't forget to get in between your nose, especially if you have like decongested, or if you have like a nose like I do, it tends to get red like here. It feels like it's blocking, like my pores are clogged and stuff, so that's where you should focus it on. And the time that you rinse is when you don't see the milky substance anymore. It looks like it's transparent and oily again. So based on the feeling, I feel like there's more oil now on my face than the milky substance. So this is the time I would rinse it off. Okay. So I'm gonna rinse this one off and I'll be right back. So now that this is all rinsed off, we are going to use this, the low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser by CosRx. And I didn't wipe my face anymore because we also need the water. It smells like tea tree, and tea tree is really good, especially how you have like breaking out skin, or you have problematic skin, you have a lot of breakouts. It does soothe the skin, which I really, really like. Just do this gently. You don't want to tug your skin. You don't want to cause more wrinkles to your skin. Premature wrinkles, in my case. Be as gentle as you can. Mostly, the most gentle fingers are the middle finger and the ring finger. And basically after this, you just rinse it again, and you also don't want to pull your skin down. You don't want it to sag, you want to lift up. So it's a lifting motion. Do a couple of lifting motions while you're doing this, even on top, to make sure your skin is really, really clean. You don't want to leave any impurities behind. I'm gonna rinse now. So I'll see you after I rinse the cleanser off. Okay, now this is where you need your towel. Just pat your face dry. don't rub down or rub anywhere. And just pat my face dry. I add my ears because that gets wet. Under the nose, the sides of the nose. And yeah, basically after this, you can go on to the next routine. So I will go back to my room and we'll do just that. Hi guys, okay, so after tapping or toweling dry my face, it feels like it's so clean and how do you call that? Feels like it's really clean without stripping your face. I don't know how you call it. It's at the tip of my tongue. I just can't remember. So the first thing I do after that is using the Klairs Supple Preparation Facial Toner. You can use this with either a cotton pad or cotton round, but I prefer doing this on my hand. So I do around 3 of that. Alright. And all I do is rub it into my face. Rub that in. I add my neck, the back of my neck to the ears, and I bring it down. And I pat. And we'll leave this to dry. I'll be back when this dries and we'll go to the next. Okay, so the toner has dried down and we move on to essence. This is the Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence by CosRx. Snail mucin is from the mucus. It's the mucus of the snail. This is what protects their body from the harsh grounds, and this has its own healing properties. So I usually just use 2 pumps of this. I usually use 2 pumps of this. I rub it together and just basically put it in every place is problematic, which is like the cheeks, my forehead, basically all over. I put it all over. And of course we will wait for this to dry once again, and we will move on to the next essence, because I feel like, yeah, this would really help with acne, but I want double power, I guess. And I have a little bit of breakout here that hasn't really gone down yet. I don't want to just leave it at that. Alright, let's see. It does feel a little bit tacky now. So this is a time when I feel like it's tacky but not wet. There's a time I apply the next step. So we just put enough amount of this. Usually I put this much because I want to cover my whole face. Like, if you can see that over there. So I just rub it as well, and I go in with to the cheek area, under the nose, because that's most of the time where I have my breakouts. I also have breakouts there. I add to my forehead because I have a little bit bumps and scars there. So, and then I just pat the rest or the excess to my neck area and to the ear, behind the ears, because that's where I get some breakouts as well. So this dries pretty quickly as well. So the next step for me would be adding serums, oils, ampules. That's where everything comes in. So the next one, so we have around 4 items. I have to check which one this is. Okay, we have 4 items for the morning. So now that it feels tacky and not wet, we are going to put 4 drops of this one. And after this, we move on to the next oil, which is the Radha Rosehip Oil. My comments about the Radha one, this one doesn't have that much of a scent to it, so I like that. But the Radha one kind of does, and I don't really like it, so I limit like the number of drops, because I don't know, I just don't like it. Alright, the oil takes a little bit much longer to sink in, So I'm gonna wait for a couple of minutes and then we'll get back to the next oil. Alright guys, so I feel like the oil has sunk in more. Now we're gonna go with the Radha Rosehip Oil. And because of the smell, I tend to just go with 1 to 2 drops. I do 2 drops the most and 1 drop the least. And I don't know if the dropper tool is like crappy or anything, because it just drops even without me pressing it. So I just do this again and I pat, I go on an upward motion all over my face. And at this point I don't really breathe. I don't know, I just don't really like the scent, so I tend to hold my breath, but when I'm rubbing like near my nose area. And the excess, as usual, underneath. This doesn't take as much time, I guess, for it to go down or to sink in. I feel like this sinks in quite quicker because I don't really feel the oiliness, but I still give it time to sink in as well before going in with the Centella Blemish Ampule. It has sunken in, so we're just gonna go with this. So usually, it came in like this much. I'm already like down here, so I'm gonna have to like purchase another. I tend to use around 3-4 drops of this as well. Yeah, I'm gonna be repurchasing the Centella Blemish Ampule because I feel like when this is like depleted, I would still have a couple of acne. So we're just gonna rub it together. I always target the nose first because I have a recent small blemish here in the inside. Just gonna pull it up here and a little bit back. And then I'm just gonna pat. This does have like a stickier or like a, yes, kind of stickier substance. I don't really mind. Or it becomes sticky due to all of the products that I've already placed so far. Alright, so I feel like it has sunken in now. We're gonna go with the Niacinamide. I'm just going to adjust this. Let's zoom you in a bit more. Alright, so we're gonna add this one. I usually just use a couple of drops as well, so let's say around 2-3 drops or 4, because I feel like my face is big, so I need more product. We're gonna rub it in. If you have like open acne, it does kind of sting, which it's kind of doing on the side of my nose. And again, for these items, like from The Ordinary, don't put it near your eyes or your mouth. But I do outside of my mouth and the sides of my eyes. Now we are gonna go to the eye cream. This is the Innisfree Jeju Orchid Eye Cream, which is enriched with the powerful vitality of Jeju Island orchids to further improve the healthy look and skin resilience. I've been using this, and as you can see, I've already made a little bit of a dent to it. So yeah, I use this with my ring finger because this is the most softest, or the one with the less pressure for my under eye and my eyelid. I put this on my under eye and eyelid. So I start with my eyelid. Because of my insomnia, I get raccoon eyes, if you may say it that way. I get like dark circles, and I put a good amount underneath as well. I tend to rub first, like lightly, like really lightly. I put it all over, because I feel that I should really take care of my eyes. Then we go under. And something I recently learned, so that was just, the recently was means last night. You also put this on your laugh line. So I tend to smile and then I put it there. Put all over my lip area. So this isn't just an eye cream, this is like a multi-use cream. Alright, now what I do after that, I rub my 2 ring finger and I start patting. Alright, so I let this dry and we would go on to masking. And the mask that I use as a daily mask or a morning mask is the J.One Jelly Pack Dramatic Firming Skin with Improved Elasticity Pore Smoothing. So this is a 500 ml or 1.69 fluid ounces, and this is quite sticky. Yeah, it's quite sticky in a way. Yeah, this does help with the pores. I do notice it. This is my morning mask. I leave this on and I put a different primer. This could actually also be a primer before a makeup, but I use this as a mask more than a primer. I use a different primer after my whole skincare routine is done. Basically, we'll just wait for this to dry. We'll put this on. It feels tacky in a way. I don't know, it's just more tacky than this one. This is the nighttime, the J.One Jelly Pack Black. This is an overnight rescue mask. This is more like a morning firming, elasticity, pore smoothing mask and primer at the same time. So yeah, I feel like it's drying now, so we're going to add this. I usually use 2 pumps of this to fit my whole face. When I just got this more recently than the black one, so I use the black jelly mask like for the morning sometimes, but now that I have the white one, yeah, this feels a bit more tacky. You can see like the stuff coming up. Yeah, so I start with my problematic pore areas, which is like this side of my face, this parts of my face. I also add here because I have more bigger pores here. Don't worry if the eye cream comes off. I do put an eye cream after this again on the under of my eyes. We're just gonna rub this and we are going to pat it all over. Because these aren't much of a problematic areas, and it dries quickly, or it's like it gets super tacky quickly, so you have to work quite fast with this. I don't put this on my eyes anymore. And once this dries up, we are going to go in with the only non-Korean item, which is the Lala Retro Whipped Cream by Drunk Elephant. And because Drunk Elephant is, how do you call this, cruelty free, and it has really good vitamins and really good oils that they put in this is the reason why I wanted to try this. And I heard this from Tati Westbrook, so I decided to try it as well because of her. I do have the Kate Somerville one, but I don't feel like it's as good as this one. So this has become my go-to moisturizer. this has been like something that I use every single day, morning and night. The Kate Somerville one, although good, it does leave my face looking like I produce so much oil within the day, while mixing the Korean products in this moisturizer, it sinks into my skin after the hours that I'm asleep or throughout the day. It doesn't look like I'm producing oil. It sinks into my skin nicely. It leaves my skin less oil free. I don't have too much oil on my face. Well, if I use the Kate Somerville one, I look like I produce a crap ton of oil, and I wake up with my face quite oily, and I don't want that, because I think having too much oil on my face could break me out, and even if that is for like to eradicate your breakouts. Alright, so we're gonna pump just like one pump of this one, and I'm good to go with that. And I like that it comes with a pump because that's more hygienic. Alright, so we're just gonna rub through the hand, and we're gonna apply. Always apply in a going up motion. And don't forget your neck and the back of your neck. What is good is that you have to hydrate your face. Some time ago, before I became more of a skincare junkie, I didn't put too much thought on skincare. I was a teenager who didn't really care about skincare. I was a teenager who thought that if I put so much moisturizing things on my face, it would break me out. I would be oily as hell, and I would have more breakouts, and so that came to a point where I didn't take good care of my skin. And I started doing more skincare, or actually putting the effort, a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. Basically, at that point when I was in college, I was always also very exhausted. I just pushed it aside. I did not care about it. But now that I've grown older and wiser, I guess, or more mature, I realized that I do have to take good care of my skin. So now that moisturizer is on, we go back to the eye cream. Usually I do this also before moisturizer, but you know, it doesn't matter which comes first, like the step and step. As long as I already had it earlier, I tend to just go underneath. Just a little bit. And that's it. I don't add too much, because once I end up tearing up, which I do constantly, it would sting my eyes. So basically that's that. And what I do as a last step, I use the Aloe Soothing Sun Cream SPF 50 PA+++ by CosRx. This is my first bottle, and I'm running out. This does have a scent to it, so if you don't like anything scented, I would suggest maybe a Misha one. I haven't tried it yet. I'm actually planning to purchase. I only have one extra of this, so once I'm done with this, I'm gonna move on to the other one, and we're gonna try the Misha one. So yeah. While this is drying, I tend to just go on my arms, because I want to protect my skin from the sun, especially during the afternoons. The Koreans have this way of thinking, like, sorry if I'm going up, I'm actually gonna do my legs, that, because I think they really like being white or like fair in complexion, so they reapply like their SPF after every 2 hours. I am not that type of person. I just apply when able. I wasn't really the sunscreen kind of person. I don't exactly burn, I tan, but I don't tan as easily either, but yeah. I just do my legs and my arms, and then I move on to my face, like after this. Because I don't think it takes too much time for it to sink in. So the first thing that I do on my face, I just really grab a little amount. I do my neck first. And then I grab another amount for my face. Yes, Watson, I know. We're going down soon. Alright. I add my eyes. I don't know if that's supposed to be, but I do anyways. And yeah, that's it. That is all I do for my skincare. So this is my whole morning skincare routine. I will be back later tonight and showing you guys my nighttime skincare routine, plus my 2 days of a week for exfoliating. So I exfoliate Mondays and Thursdays, and today is a Monday. So yeah, I'll see you guys later tonight. Bye.